and make it work.
Right.
The man of the relationship needs, guy time and all the other stuff they needs. The woman of the relationship needs girl time and whatever she needs. So separate time for good stuff and together time for the fun stuff. And the emotional connection needs to be there. There's all kinds of things, and I'm getting myself in trouble right now.
Okay, I think you should
need
stop
to be
that.
friends.
Stop. Pull it in.
Okay, so now it's my turn.
And Deb, what do you think?
I think one of the main things that we have to do in relationships, be they long-term or short-term, is accept the person the way that they are and not try to change them. And I think that too often we try to mold, even our children, we try to mold them into the person that we think they should be,
or want them to be.
And that we want them to be, instead of just accepting them the way that they are and celebrating that.
Yes.
I think that's probably the biggest thing in a relationship and the most difficult.
Well, it's funny. We could do a whole show on relationships.
We could.
Probably,
Yeah, we could.
But we've all had friends and been around our friends or people
and that
we
is
know
true
that do that.
Right. And that's true with girlfriends, boyfriends.
Yes.
It's true with everything. If you just look at a person and take them for what they truly are, nothing more, nothing less. Don't read things into what they say. Take them at face value. And nothing more. And if you don't understand, Uncle Rick, I loved what you said, ask, so that you will be understood. Go ahead, Eric.
One of the things that I've learned in the last, I'm going to say
2 minutes.
5 years.
Oh.
Okay, the last
We can
5
go
years.
over.
Because when I had that accident, things changed for my life. The thing that you have to remember is, first of all, you got to be you.
Right.
And if
And
nobody
the other-
else,
right.
if
Always
nobody
be
else likes that,
be your true self.
if nobody else likes that,
That's
too
good.
bad.
It's better
Right.
to know
That's their
that now
problem.
than 10 years later.
That's their problem. If they don't like you for who you are, too effing bad.
Right.
I'm going to be myself and I'm going to be happy. I'm
Right.
not going to mold myself to be,
Right.
to make
Because
you
then you're
happy.
being
Right.
false, right?
Because
And you
goes back
attract
to the
people
truth.
that you don't really belong with if you're not yourself. I agree with that
Exactly, yeah.
wholeheartedly.
The other thing I just want to interject is the fact that you got to remember, it's a true saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
And you know what
And
also
when you-
is a true saying?
Show's
Everybody's beautiful when the lights go off. Oh, no.
That's what my mum told me.
It's beauty
but,
is a light switch away. That's what
that's
it
what
is.
the photographer told me too. But no, but the reason
Listen to the
reason-
lady that runs the ladies network.
I was going to make a
She's
T-shirt
talking about
like
her
that.
boyfriends.
Go on.
but the reason for
I
that
can
is
change him too.
there are people who will interject because they want something out of their relationship. So the reason I say that
You
is
mean like ulterior motives?
correct.
Okay.
You know, it's if for example, if you're in a relationship with a guy and everything's going smoothly and great, and then all of a sudden the sister gets jealous, or if a friend of yours is kind of like, oh, he's not that good looking, starts showing you the imperfections.
Right.
It doesn't matter because
Your
what you see.
partner should be
You're with
the
them,
priority.
not they're
That's
with.
right.
They're not with.
Right,
them.
that's
And
a very good
big
point. That's a
a
good
big issue
point,
because that's
yeah.
happened to me, and that's why I state it.
See, I'm good. I
That's a very good point. I don't think people think about that very much. Your relationship is your relationship.
Correct.
It's not
Not
anybody
others.
else's. I agree with that.
Alex, you're
But
a
wait,
very
let me
sexy
finish
man.
mine
Right.
because
Right.
my
Wrap
advice.
it up.
I
I
have
look
to
good
give
in the
my
dark,
advice.
too.
Okay.
The Deb advice.
So my advice would be if you were just entering a relationship, to be really careful. To be really careful to see that person for what and who they truly are, and watch the way that they treat people. Watch the way that they treat their mom, their sister, their brothers, the waitress. Watch.
Right.
And make sure that it's something that aligns with the way that you treat people. Because I'll tell you, I think that's where the biggest conflict comes when I'm not saying my husband and I because he's very generous, but if you go out to eat and every time you go out to eat, he says the service was bad or the food was bad and they don't leave a good tip, that's a red flag to me, man. This guy is not, he's going to find something wrong with everything. So really
critical.
be aware of the way that they treat other people, because as the relationship ages, that's the way that they're going to treat you.
I do have to say, and I'm going to do a shout out to my English auntie Pauline in England. She told me something years
Is
ago.
she listening?
I don't know, but she will
could
soon.
be.
She
She's-
could be.
she's
actually.
Hi, Auntie Paulina.
Hello.
She just texted me.
She's
But
probably
she
a
said,
diva.
she said one thing. She said, you have to look at how people treat animals.
Oh, that's very true. Yes.
And that will tell you a
Amen.
true character.
That's very true. My son once told me that the guy that I was dating kicked our dog.
And
I
it
would have
done.
Right. And
I would have
we
gone
broke
home
up.
and picked
I
up
broke
my
up with
good
him.
sword, and I would have gone down there.
Kicked his
A
ass.
couple of Greek words with
We
him.
broke up. I broke up with him right after that
Kicked him
because
right to the
that
curb.
was not very nice.
It's
Yes.
like kicking one of your kids.
I love
It is.
Right.
It's horrible.
really
So
like
anyway, we learned a lot today. We learned about the main differences between men and women, and that we can agree on some things because we agreed on the main differences, didn't we? We agreed that our pain thresholds are different, that our mathematical abilities are different, that our English and language perceptions are different. Definitely our emotions are handled differently. Our spatial ability is different, and you really have a line on that, Eric. I think that's great. And left brain versus both hemispheres that women use, and we can't expect you to understand our problems, but we can expect you to solve them, can't we?
Yeah, you can try.
And human, because that's your job as a hunter. That's your job, is to bring us food and solve our
I
problems
will
and
go
protect
kill
us.
something.
I go to Meijer
Our
every day.
jobs are to measure our food and feed you, and to speak properly and grammatically correct.
Not even just that. Just don't make me have to
Uncle-
figure out what you mean.
That's true, and to be honest. Okay, so
And the
Amen.
sex is
I'll be
really
quiet.
good.
yeah, you would.
It's
see,
better than being alone.
I apologize
Okay.
for their
So,
behavior.
we did pretty good with having those guys on this show.
So far.
And I'm going to have to end it now because they're getting a little out of hand. So I thank you for listening to the Devolution Show. And don't forget, Wednesday is Dino's at Vino's. And please come listen to me talk at the Women's Center at 5:30. And then you can go at Dino's because Sandy's going to be
Listen
there.
to our show on the 9th.
And listen to their show on the 9th and every Thursday except
Follow
for
us.
the first Thursday of the month.
6:30. Follow us.
You know, this is all about the Devolution Show, Uncle Rick.
You said we did a good job promoting our show.
You did, and we already did it. Okay.
At that show with
So
those guys.
thank you so much for listening. Until next week, be real.
Be real, stay true.
Know who you are and what you believe. Because you are the Devolution.
Devolution.